Ya 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 ma ya ya da 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 ai da 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 ya 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 ai ya 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 ai ya 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 ai ya la da da la da ya da ba ya da ya da ya da ay ya 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 ay ya 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 la da ay ya 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 ay ya 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 da ya da ya la la da ya 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 ay da da ay ya da da ya da 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 oh ya da 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 ay la da ya da 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 ay da da ya 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 ay ya ya maybe they come from here, we can make them put
Oh, thanks.
How old was the Baal Tanya when the Baal Shem Tov was after?
You do the math. The Baal Shem Tov was born in the year of Nachas, and the Alter Rebbe was born in the year of Kahos.
It'll take me a little time to figure it out.
Get your pen and paper, and you'll Chaim l'chaim. Oh, we'll have to start with Halav de Kenigin. Yeah, 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 לחיים
No, thank you so much. The 3 Tamuis. Perfect. I think the women, you told them they can come out soon? Okay, very good.
Shloim L'chaim. A story that the Achia Shiloni told the Baal Shem Tov. He said there was a Yidin Tzvas. And he has a visitor. One night, the Baal Shem Tov hears a story from Achia Shiloni. Can you imagine what kind of story? This is Achia Shiloni is telling him a story that Geshen, that this Yid.
Who was Achia Shiloni? They're the people. The last of the beginning.
Right?
Something like that.
Right? From the big Nevi'im. And he was teaching the Baal Shem Tov, and he told him the story that the Yidin Tzvas Elionov came to visit him. And he said that from heaven they saw that he did such unbelievable chesed that they sent Elionov he should teach him Torah. He tells the Baal Shem Tov the story. Achia Shiloni said that the Baal Shem Tov asked this Yidin Tzvas, tell me, what's this unbelievable chesed that you did? There was something that's shining from your neshama, a chesed you did on the day of your bar mitzvah. So the Yid said, look, if you know what it is, you don't have to ask. And if you don't know what it is,
I don't know.
then I want to do it, look over the Rebbeinu Shalom. I don't want to talk about it. Baal Shem Tov's okay. Have a nice day. Baal Shem Tov left, and there was a timbul and himmel. Wow, this was a Yid that serving the Eibusha with his whole heart. Wasn't interested in even learning with the Eliyahu Hanavi, with having the schus to learn with Eliyahu Hanavi. So the end was Eliyahu Hanavi came back and he learned Torah with him for many years. The Yid became a tzaddik nister. He was a lam notzim and he was baki b'chol haTorah, pnimis haTorah, benigla the Torah. No one ever knew of him. And when his neshama came up to heaven, they said, very nice. But what did you do in your life? So you have to come back in this world and be megala derech chodosh for Yidin in Avodas Hashem. And Achia Shiloni said to the Baal Shem Tov, that's you. This neshama is you. That's the story that's told about the Baal Shem Tov. There's a beautiful Farbrengen, Elul, the Rebbe said, what's the chiddush of the Baal Shem Tov in the union of Avas Yisrael? The three big things: Avas Hashem, Avas HaTorah, Avas Yisrael. What's the big chiddush? So these are the words of the Rebbe, that the Baal Shem Tov showed that Aish Poshet Shabbat could be an Oved Hashem God. Before the Baal Shem Tov came, it was thought, it was true, that in order to be an Oved Hashem God, you have to be a Talmud Chochem Otzam, Bokim B'chol Chadrei HaTorah, Miloi Kreise B'Shas B'Poskim. Nachdem you start learning Pnimis HaTorah, and then you can become a big Oved Hashem. But it doesn't work otherwise. Otherwise, it doesn't work. The Baal Shem Tov came along and showed that a person could be an Ish Pashut, a Pashut Shebepshutim, and learn Pnimis HaTorah and get to unbelievable heights. In other words, it wasn't a Torah. It was true. It was that for a Yid to come to, like the Rambam says, at first the person has to Mila Kreisha B'Shas B'Poskim, B'Laichem B'Bosa. Many times we think about the Baal Shem Tov, that what was the chiddush of the Baal Shem Tov? That Yidden were tzebrochen, Pashat Golos Yidden. The Yidden were tzebrochen, Golos Yidden, and the heels of the Gzeiris Tach B'Tat, that was Yidden Nebach. The average Yid walked with his head down. Yidden were very terrible, they lived in terrible conditions. Yidden were living in unbelievable poverty. Baruach U'Begeshem. And Baal Shem Tov came along and gebracht simcha, which is not, it's true. Baal Shem Tov brought a lot of simcha. But sometimes to the extreme, just like with Lashon Hora. They say sometimes extra compliments a person that's also in Lashon Hora. So they like to make the Baal Shem Tov as a mythical figure, that and Fiddler on the Roof go together very well. So, not that it's not true. Taka the Baal Shem Tov brought unbelievable chayis to Klal Yisrael, avoid Shem b'simcha b'chayis. But the nekuda, a big nekuda the Baal Shem Tov is to show how ish poshet. In other words, and usually when you think about this, the Baal Shem Tov picked up the ish poshet shebepshutim.
picked up the morale of the Pashat Sheba Pshutim, like the story is told. I think maybe it's brought in Sipurim Neiram. There's one of reliable Svarim by the Baal Shem Tov. Used to be also telling Baal Shem Tov's story was also a business for some time. But there are Svarim that we know that were reliable stories. That the Baal Shem Tov, before his Galos, he was traveling Behester. He came to a town, no one's around. He used to usually come to the marketplace, get himself a milk crate, and people would gather around him, and he would start telling Sipuri Tzadikim, Maimorei Chazal, to give encouragement, to pick people up. He would get great pleasure. He didn't say Baruch Hashem, v'chulu. Stories of the Baal Shem Tov. Shem Tov has no customers. There's not a single Yid around. Found out that they're Yoshe B'Tainis. Why? There was a Tziras Geshomim. I just finished learning Masachas Tainis. I did a siyum. Tziras Geshomim, they made a Tainis. And there was a Magid Meishorim, and he had his talis over his head, and he was giving a drosha, and the oilam was there. As I say in Yiddish, shot pech and shvevel. The guy was talking about Musar, and very strong words of Musar, that very, very strong, about how, Yidden are here in this world to serve their Rebbeinu Shalom, to learn Torah, not to waste time, and the Gvaldik punishments. And the oilam was crying. So the Baal Shem Tov walks in, and he looks like an Oni Ve'evian, dressed like an Oni Ve'evian, and he gets up and he says to the Maggid, who gives you permission to talk such things against Am Karovi Shel HaKadosh Baruch Hu? Who gives you the right to say such things? And the Baal Shem Tov turns to the Olam, he says that this is only temporary. The Eibishter puts a Yid in the Nisoyan, but the Eibishter wants to see that a Yid is besimcha. If we're all going to go out and dance, the Eibishter will see that we're standing strong in the Nisoyan, that we have B'toch of Eibishter. For sure it'll rain. The Olam started to dance with the Baal Shem Tov, and the Chatzah Beis HaKnesses. All of a sudden the sky opened up and it rained. So, Zichar, this is Emes. These stories of the Baal Shem Tov are Kamei Eidim. There's hundreds and thousands of such stories. So, yeah, that's the thing of Baal Shem Tov, to pick up the morale of a Yid. That the Yidden, or Nebuch events, are shlogan a Yidden, to pick him up, the Shabbat Hashem B'Simcha. That's not the Nekuda. The Nekuda, that was also the Emes in the Baal Shem Tov. The Nekuda of Baal Shem Tov is Takya, to show a Dava Chidush. To say, Yidelach Kisnani may offer Kumi. It's a Hechetimtza, Nebuch. You don't need a special neshama to come with Chia Sheloini to do that. Shlomo Kalmach can do that. No doubt. But so to Ufeim the Yidden what's a brach, and to Ufeim the Yidden is was the word, not stam that the Baal Shem Tov was able to show Ish Poshut how to be besimcha. The word of the Baal Shem Tov was Taka. This is the word of the Rebbe, that a Poshut Shebe Pshutim could serve the Rebbeinu Shalom with an unbelievable amkus, and that was not possible before. Before the Baal Shem Tov, if you're a Baki B'Shas or B'Poiskim, then you started learning Zohar and Kabbalah Sar Israel, the Ramak, the Chulu. Eventually you got there, and maybe you didn't get there. But Stam HaZohar, Yid that just about went to Cheder, and they start talking Yechud Elo, Yechud Tatoah, that wasn't possible. A Yid that he didn't even finish one Shas Mishnayos, and he could close his eyes before Shema Yisrael for 10 minutes, and to be misboinem begadlus akel, and he has full material for 10 minutes, for 10 hours if he wants. He has what to think about, and it fills every fiber of his body. V'chol avovcha, v'chol nafshecha, v'chol me'udecha, ad kedei mesiras nefesh. And be'emes wasn't shayach. The Avodas Hashem was shayach to Yechidas Gula. The Baal Shem Tov showed that shayach to every Yid, even a Poshet Shebe Pshutim. It's not down. The Baal Shem Tov gave simcha to a Yid Poshet Shebe Pshutim. A Yid gave a simcha chitzonis, a simcha pnimius. He showed me and you that we could be over the Hashem. We can't say after the Baal Shem Tov came along. We can't say Menachnish Gendik Shas. Then the Shas will start. No, a Yid could be an Oived Hashem and Oived Pnimi, and even if a Yid is a Poshet Shebe Pshutim. And that's the Machid B'Shem Tov. And what's the upshot? Several Nekudas, but one of them is that you know that the Baal Shem Tov, the Alter Rebbe said that he's an Einikel from the Baal Shem Tov, even though not the Gashmi is Beruchnius. And we know that there is a word from the Rabbeim that the Baal Shem Tov said that every Yid could. And the Alter Rebbe showed every Yid how to. What's the kesher between the Alter Rebbe? If you look at the Torahs and the stories of the Baal Shem Tov and the Alter Rebbe, they don't go like this, a hand in a glove. This is a shtickle. Also wie a shtickle Reb Chaim or the Aktzos with Fiddler on the roof. They don't go together. How do they go together? But emes is that that's not true. The word of the Baal Shem Tov is taka to show that eat poshetiv should not to tell you that he could be b'simcha, but that you could be an Oved Hashem boy from Pnimi b'Yosef. And the Alter Rebbe taka showed how that's possible. If that's in the Kudah Baal Shem Tov, you understand how the Alter Rebbe is be'emes ha'enikul taka from the Alter Rebbe. And what does that mean to us tonight? 174 years after Yom Haledes of the Alter Rebbe, and so many more years after the Yom Haledes of the Baal Shem Tov. Even though today it's interesting, it's a kvius like it was b'shas Elodus of the Alter Rebbe. It was on a Wednesday, b'yom Revi Niklo Moedes. So I was learning Tehillim. I'm learning with my daughter Sunday. So Yom Haledes. So we're learning Tehillim because he's supposed to learn Tehillim. So the first kapitel Tehillim I remember learning with my father was this kapitel Tehillim, kapitel Yud. I remember him telling me, the Rebbe told me when I was a kid to learn mitzvahs, it's unbelievable. It's like, and I'm learning.
9 years old then?
Yeah. So it says Kehila Rosha Al Taivas Nafshe. Before Hashem explain what does it mean, but there's a Shei Nechsidish word that the Rosha loves to be an onav like Hillel. Who am I? Who am I? I know my sins. I know who are my shortcomings. I'm not. I'm not from those people. Those or in the Babish or whatever. Oh, those are Ovdei Hashem. They daven Mila b'Mila, b'Kavona, Krish Mishal Amitas, b'Tagrois Cheshbon HaNefesh, and Zbonos b'Tfila, Gadlus Hashem. But who am I? But it's a Atzatz HaYetzer, because Kehila l'Rosh al Taivas Navshe. He wants the Yid to get verschlept in Taivas. What is he going to say? Elul, Chai Elul, it's 12 days. To Rosh Hashanah, Yom L'Chodesh, every day we're thinking about a whole Chodesh. Now the Yitzhar is going to say, go get involved with Taivas. The Yitzhar is a Malachto, so he's smart. He says, what are you? Hillel. He says, who are you? Anivas. But really, it's a Rosh and it's Al Taivas Nafshis. We have to know that from this day, from Chai Elul, gives us a chayes in Avodas Hashem, because it tells us, it behooves us that we could be Ovdei Hashem. B'taka lifnei Baal Shem Tov, that was befeidish azog given, and azog is the din that ein royal l'tayel b'pardes elu mishe mila kreise b'shas u'poiskim. True, that was the case, but the Baal Shem Tov was machadesh that even a poshet should be pshutim could be an Ovdei Hashem, and the Alter Rebbe showed us how. So Amela, this day gives us an unbelievable chayes in our Avodas Hashem. L'chaim. L'chaim l'brocha. So I'm going with the kids to buy a couple Machanayim books. They're really, really good books. So there's a lot of stories of the Baal Shem Tov and making Bali Tshuva, Talmida Baal Shem Tov. This was a really nice one. About Reb Zusha, that a Yid comes to Reb Zusha Vanapol, he asks for a brocha, an eitzah, he was Nebuch. Amaisa, he's in jail for 3 months. And he was able to get out for a couple of days. So the Reb Zusha says, you know what, they give you a brocha, you won't be in jail for 3 months, only 1 month. So he says, 1 month? I don't want to be there for a day. So he says, the Reb Zusha says, I'm going to tell you a story. I was in jail once. Amaisa, he ended up in jail himself. And he says he was wondering, why is he there? And he's a bunch of goyim. And eventually he got friendly with one of them, a gypsy. It turns out he wasn't really a gypsy. He was a yosem when he was a child. And he got connected he went with the gypsies. And he got excited, you know, gypsy seemed like a very happy life. And he got involved with, he got married, he got involved with the stealing. That was the Chada Yom Hazeh. It's unbelievable. In Europe, there are places, gypsies, is, you know, like they live up sometimes to their reputation. So, and he was caught, and anyway, Zusha was Mekar of the Yid, and Gemacht war Bal Tshuva Gomer.
He was a Yid?
He was a Yid. Yeah. So Zusha said, you never know, a little bit you gotta be. There's a story that Rebbe, unbelievable, of Farbrengen. The Rebbe said that Yid wrote to me from a hospital, and Nebuch nicht gewinn gesund. So he asked me for a brocha. The Rebbe says, was? Versteht sich, I gave the Yid a brocha. The Rebbe said that I gave the Yid the eitzah, you should put on film with the Yid and around him in the hospital. And the Rebbe said the Yid wrote a letter a couple days later that as soon as he started putting on film with Yidden, all of a sudden he was miraculous. He got better. He's back home. He's good. He's on his feet. So the Rebbe said it's the other way around. Memes, he was only in the hospital to do a shlichus, to get Yidden to put on film. It's not that it's a brocha. He was only there for that shlichus. The shlichus. There was no point for him to stay in the hospital. So the Mela, he got better on his feet and he was sent back home. Okay. So the second nekuda that the Rebbe talks in this Farbrengen, Tovshin Yudalev, the Chiddush of the Baal Shem Tov is to send shluchim to the Mekarev Yid, Anoshim Pshuta. That starts in the Baal Shem Tov. The truth is, there's a nekuda here. Again, there's a nekuda which is Chlalt. It's true, and it's true today too. And they say in Yiddish, if an eitzah shlokt man sich nicht an. You don't give unsolicited advice. So if someone comes to you to have a problem, you give them an answer. You don't have a problem, you can't give an answer. You can't give an answer. You can't help someone. If somebody says, oh, boy, he's going down the hill, addiction, you can't help him. The guy is not coming to ask you for help. You can't help him. So that's l'chayda true. L'chayda is true, but it's not. But l'poil, that's only true when it's afremde. It's an eigen kind. It doesn't matter what psychology says ahin ahead. You can't see your own child, going down and down and down and just sit and do nothing. Because it says in the books, it says that this is the way to deal. A person has to. You can't. You just can't. You can't let it happen. The Baal Shem Tov showed the derech that he himself, and the Maggid, the Alter Rebbe, and Shluchim, Shadarim, Mashbiim, Shluchim, whatever they're called. So to find every Yid, first of all, to make the Yid realize that he's missing, he's lacking, and then to make the Yid realize that you shouldn't Chas v'Shalom feel that this is very far away. No, Kikorev Alecha Dava Me'od. And number 3, to show the Yid how it's Korev Me'od. And that's a chidush, because before the Baal Shem Tov, there were tzaddikim, they waited, they were b'ma koimam, and people came, they were makarev them with a kid of God. This idea to go to find this Yid that doesn't think there's something wrong with him, and to tell him you should know you're missing, and to be ma'ored his slave, and to show him that the shaykh from to go to Ma'il Yoina and to show him out, that is a dover godel that starts from the Baal Shem Tov. And again, in this nakuda we see, if this is taka the nakuda, it's not stam the Baal Shem Tov like to wander around. So if and this you see the Alter Rebbe being a big hemsher. And you see the Rebbe being an unbelievable hemshah to this, because the Rebbe tried to every Yid should be a shliach. It doesn't matter how much Mamash Rebbe said. You can't stand halach, teach another. See how the Rebbe tried to make shluchim from every Yid. Doesn't matter where they're holding in Yiddishkeit. Didn't matter where they're holding. The Rebbe tried to make a shliach from every single Yid on their level. Ashkoch el yoin. It's like I'm just trying to go with my family for a trip, but you find sometimes unbelievable stories. So there is in Acadia National Park, we spent there a week with the kids. So there's a place, it's beautiful. You go, there's a chart. You look at the tide. It goes with the moon. So every 9 hours, based on the tide, the water goes down. And there's like Mamash Kriyas Yamsov. I told the children, you can see Kriyas Yamsov. We stand here, we watch Kriyas Yamsov. Yeah? And the water goes down. They tell you you're allowed to drive, but if you're going to park your car, they show you pictures, what's going to be with your car in less than 3 hours. They show you pictures. That's it. They show you pictures.
Did you drive through? No, that's how Kriyas Yamsov.
Kriyas Yamsov, and you can go to the island back and forth, and then the water goes back up, then boats are going there. Up and down, mamash like Kriyas Yamsov. It's beautiful. So we hear that there's a kosher bread and beck. Because it's a national park. It's like a little town in this national park. So there's a kosher bed and breakfast. Kosher bed and breakfast. Come, give a cook. What's going on? So because we're hanging out there for the day, because we want to be there when the water goes up, goes down. We want to see the whole thing. So this is an advertisement for the kosher bed and breakfast. Roberta Chester is a lady, and her son was there. I gave you the phone number. I texted to you. I texted to your wife.
Oh, great.
So they said in the 50s, yes, she wanted to move to New York. How many from Yid in the main? So she's an elderly woman. Her son runs the business. So she wrote a letter to the Rebbe. I don't know why she wrote a letter to the Rebbe. No connection to Chabad. She wrote a letter to the Rebbe.
A lot of people didn't do it.
And the Rebbe wrote her 3 letters. 3 long letters. At first she had it hung up in the thing. Now the kid said, but there's 3 letters she has from the Rebbe. The Rebbe says, no, you should open up Bar Harbor, a bed and breakfast that'll be kosher. Yidna come to Bar Harbor. Who do you think is hanging out? We're not talking about a Hein Meshehechshik. Don't expect to get meat over here from the Satmar Fleischgeschäft on Avenue J. Don't expect to get Mahadrin ice cream over there, or Ava milk, a J&J milk. It's not like the Rebbe was trying to look out for his chassidim to have it, a nice place to vacation up in Maine. But she has 3 beautiful letters from the Rebbe. The Rebbe said that she has a shlichus and that's her place. Now she lives in Israel. Actually, she comes there for 3 months. She makes her money in 3 months and lives as a good for the rest. As they say in Israel, how do you end up with a small fortune? You come from America with a big fortune. So she works for 3 months. She goes back to Israel and is left. But for the 3 months, she has her bread and breakfast. Well, the Rebbe geheißen. The Rebbe gesagt she should stay there. She does her shlichus. Now Baruch Hashem, her son comes down. They opened up fancy boutique place. I mean, it's a small town. So there's not that many big. There isn't like these big. There's no Marriotts there. So all the hotels are like little, people basically. They're all bread and breakfast. And because it's a popular destination, so it's a good business. They ever wanted? Should be Yid kosher. It's not like this is a heimische place. It's not a heimische place, but to come to Yid, and you never know, mitzvah geredes mitzvah. And that's a minion. For years she had it up, the Rebbe's letter up on the wall, so everyone could read the letter from the Rebbe to her about having her kosher bread and breakfast. So this is a chidush davar from the Baal Shem Tov, that not to stay in my own daled ames, but the Abbas Yisrael that's so strong, so that it forces me to go out of my daled ames and to find efes adonoch hayid. And Mamela, to show the seed that the emesis, you think that felt you're not missing, but you're missing a lot. But the emesis you could get to unbelievable heights. And I'll show you how to. I'll hold your hand and I'll get you there. So l'chaim, in this 12 days that are from Elul, that we should have a chayes itself and a chayes of the Yidden. And Ayos Chazal say that meir ein shneim avaya, so that in the schools that we seek out other Yidden with Avas Yisrael and hold their hand and pick them up, the Mela the Eibush will pick us up. L'chaim. Hey Mosai, L'chaim. Sepurim Neiroim, a beautiful story about the Baal Shem Tov, that Baal Shem Tov was darshaning B'drusha Mikvah. So someone asked, how can you say the pshat is whatever the pshat was, but it's a heipach mefudish in Kisvei Arizal. So all of a sudden the Baal Shem Tov went into unbelievable dreikus, didn't answer any question, and the Talmidim were waiting for the answer. In the meantime, one of the Talmidim fell asleep, and and in his mind, he sees people are running. Where are you going? They can't answer me. They're running. He comes to a big room, and the Baal Shem Tov is sitting there, and he's saying a derush about the kabbonas of the mikvah. In the Sefer, it's put in the Roim. He says these are the. If you look in the Alter Rebbe Siddur, the derush and mikvah. That's what he was makabel from the Baal Shem Tov. From this, these are the derushim, which the in question. This is from this Maisa. So the Baal Shem Tov is dash, and all of a sudden there was a young guy in the crowd. He's arguing with the Baal Shem Tov, and he said, "No, but that's not the pshat." The Baal Shem Tov answers, and they keep on arguing. So this time, the Baal Shem Tov asked this fellow next to him, "Who's this young guy?" He says, "Well, this is Yitzchak Luria. What are you talking about?" This. So the fight, the argument went on for a while, and then the Rizal was moida. He said, "You're right. You're mechaber the emes." In that moment, he opens his eyes. The Baal Shem Tov comes out of his dveikus, and he says to the Talmud, "No, tell everyone. Am I saying the way the pshat the way it is? Wasn't that Rizal moida to me?" Wow. So, Tzad Echod. Baal Shem Tov, the Magid, the Alter Rebbe, the Rabbeim demanded a limud, that very strong limud, and the same thing by us. The Rebbe demanded Chumash, Tilim, Tanya, Rambam. So there's a lot. On the other hand, the Chiddush Gadol of the Baal Shem Tov, the many of the Gdolei Yisrael, even if they were nister, it turns out, but they were spending their time learning Shas quietly. They were spending their time bisalus ruchnes. Baal Shem Tov spent his time being a behelfer, not a malamed for little children, but he was the bus driver. You know, the yellow bus driver. He was taking the kids to cheder and helping the malamed. The truth is that we see today, and we know that when they try to advertise things, healthy or unhealthy, but they try lamish with little kids, that it should be omuk, you know, in their mind, good drink is Coca-Cola. They're not looking to advertise to 45-year-olds, to 55-year-olds. They're looking that little kids in their mind should be angekarbt. It should be chokuk. That the good drink is Coca-Cola or whatever, any Narishkeit as well, right? So we know that it's true, and the Rebbe says that that's why we have to be so careful with the children to start the chinuch when they're babies. That it should be that what is sweet in their eyes and what's geschmack in their eyes, and what is limud ha-Torah to do a toiva nochayi, das a geschmack. The Baal Shem Tov, that was a behelfer. His whole inyan was a behelfer. That was his thing. His job was to help a malam. So what? He couldn't find another job? No, because that was Reishis Dark B'Avodas Hashem. That was his thing. To teach us that sometimes we think that we're not, you know, these are very posheta things. Very posheta things. Baal Shem Tov shows us that no, that sometimes it takes to help a yid to hold on to a yid's hand and dvorim pshutim, very posheta things. The truth is, the Chassidus says that every yid is a be'er mayim chayim, and if you dig, you find that it's fresh waters. And just like by the story in the Torah, that when Moshe Rabbeinu brings out the fresh water about Teishta Eido Be'idom, so it says that Rebbe, that Teishta Eido, the Yid drinks, and Nefesh Kisa, even the Be'idom, the Nefesh Bahamas starts drinking Mayim Chaim. But Lepoil, the first step sometimes, we're not talking about very deep things in Torah. We're talking about Dvorim Pshutim. So Baal Shem Tov shows us that mitzad the goydel avas Yisrael, not only do we go out of our way, but we also spend a lot of time helping another yid, even in dvorim pshutim. And from this we have, the deepest satisfaction. Just like the Baal Shem Tov, Bashasi was a bahelfer to the little children. The Maggid said, "Halavai that I kissed the Sefer Torah with such chayas, with such affection." The Baal Shem Tov used to kiss the little children when he took them to cheder. So Mamela, that teaches us in Avodas Hashem that there's nothing. It doesn't matter that it's Dvarim Pshutim. So L'chaim L'chaim, Chai Elul, that should give us a Chayas Take, and Anila Doidi V'Doidi Li, and a Chayas and Avodas Hashem. L'chaim L'chaim. Toiva L'shana Toiva Mesukah Ksiva Chasima 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 Toiva There was a Yid, Rabbi Yechiel the Chazan. He was a Shadar. He used to collect money for Tzedakah Eretz Yisrael for the Rebbe Marash. And he had a reshim of stories that he was makabel from Zikna Chassidim. Printed in the Sefer Migdal Oz. So he tells a story about the Alter Rebbe once asked Chassidim, he wants to hear stories from the Baal Shem Tov. So someone said the story about the Baal Shem Tov, that the Baal Shem Tov used to do in the winter, after taking Chatzos, the Baal Shem Tov said, ich bin gesund und ich will dir dienen. I'm healthy and I want to serve you, the Rabbanu Shalom. So his Mishamish knew that meant we're going out to break the ice. That he wanted to go right after Chatzos. He used to go out to the river, break the ice. But Hashem Tov used to toivel. He used to take a lantern with him. And once there was no more fuel in the lantern, and he started to cry because if the Baal Shem Tov will get stuck under the ice, how is he going to get out? So the Baal Shem Tov asks him, "What are you crying about?" So he says, "There's no more kerosene, or whatever. There's no more fuel." So the Baal Shem Tov breaks a piece of ice and gives it to him. He says, "Put it inside. Don't worry." And it started to light. So the Alter Rebbe said, "Well, that's not a big chiddush. Das gefällt mich in the Gemara. Rabbi Yochanan ben Doisa when he did this."
Vinegar.
Yeah, with the vinegar. This is Shanishkan chiddush. Rabbi Yochanan ben Doisa chenazeh geton. I want to hear a chiddush. So people were telling stories. Till someone said a story. What was the story? That there was a Chayid that came to Baal Shem Tov, and his son-in-law has a Pesvekis and Amunah. What should he do? So Baal Shem Tov said, "Don't worry, let him come with me." So the Baal Shem Tov said, "You want to come with me? You take a little ride?" Gesundheit. So they went on the wagon. The Baal Shem Tov was middle of the summer, and Baal Shem Tov says, "Nu, what do you say? It was a beautiful day. You think it's going to rain in a couple of minutes?" said, no, it doesn't look like it's going to rain for a couple of days. So Hashem said, Dafka, I think it might rain a couple of minutes. It rained. But where the Hashem was sitting, it was dry. So after taking a little tiyul like this, they came back. This person was a new person. You could see with his eyes. You could see that there's a Rabbani Shalom and the tzaddikim that could control the teva. Alter Rebbe said, this is a good story. Why? Because the Gemara says, it's a Gemara in the beginning of Tainus. Again, with the recently Messiah Mesachas Tainus, about 3 keys the Eibusha doesn't give away. There's Mafteicha Shel Geshomim, the Eibusha doesn't give it away. There's Mafteicha B'Ches HaMesim, and if he gives away, he gives one, but never gives away, it can be. So this is a Chiddush Dova, this is a bigger Chiddush than the Ben Dois story. So I was reading the story and I was thinking, we spoke about this a couple of weeks ago. In one of the first Farbrengens that Rebbe said about his father-in-law, even though the Gemara says that you never have 3 keys at once, the Rebbe says, my father-in-law, people came and asked brachas and all 3 in Yonim at once, and and when Nissim and Niflos and all 3 things. So then there was a backlash about this. How could he say? But even Eliyahu Novi couldn't get. There's a whole trick. Gemara says that Eibusha did a whole trick with Eliyahu Novi. Because Eliyahu Novi wanted to have Eibusha wanted to take away from him the keys from the rain. Eibusha gave him the keys for rain. Eibusha wanted to take it back. So Eibusha did a trick that Eliyahu Novi needed to do Tchias HaMesim. The story with the woman, the baby. So he needed the keys for Tchias HaMesim. So he asked the Rebbeinu Shem, can I have the keys? The Rebbeinu Shem said, listen, it doesn't make sense. Out of the 3 main keys, you're going to have 2 keys, I have 1 keys. You're going to say that the Odin has 1 and the Talmud has 2. It doesn't make sense. How about give me back the keys for the rain? I'll give you the keys for Tchias HaMesim. We'll make a swap. So Eliyahu Novi agreed. So Zet Medach that you can't have all 3 keys. So that was, how could the Rebbe say that his Rebbe had all 3 keys?
He's a master key. No, he's a master key. He's a master key.
The master key. So why couldn't Eliyahu Novi be a shliach? So the Rebbe's beer was very simple, because Eliyahu Novi took the key for the Geshem because he was mekanik in Hashem Tzvokas. Because he took the key in order to lock the gates. There should be no rain. Emes Take, the Yidden wife Dabai the Zora, and he wanted to teach them a lesson. But when a Yid does that, to take the keys from the Rebbeinu Shem to lock the gates from rain, he's doing it as a Fruma Yid who's mekanik in Kinas Hashem Tzvokas. But you can't say at this moment, I know Simona Ba'alma, I'm nothing, like the Shimon Bar Chai said, I'm not a Metzias B'chlal, I'm Eibishter, I'm nothing. I'm not a Metzias. So Yois is doing it as a Eliyahu Novi, as a Mekanet Kin Hashem Tzvokas. So he can have only 1 key, not all 3 keys at the same time. But a Tzaddik, which is Kol Kuli bottled to the Eibishter, and the Eliyahu Novi himself could be Kol Kuli bottled. But at this moment, when he's now Mekanik in Hashem Tzvokas, it's different. He's standing on his own. And now he wants to lock the gates. No. To lock the gates for rain, to make it Shver Fayid, you can't say that he's an Osimon of Alma, now he's nothing but the Eibishter. But Tzaddik, which is totally bottled, Ibigem Tzim Eibishter, and Avodas Hashem, he's no Metzias of his own. Mamish has no Metzias of his own. So such a Tzaddik can have all 3 keys at the same time. So Leila Chayelu is the day that gives us Chayas. Sometimes this seems to be the big key. The big key we want is that we should have a Chayas in Avodas Hashem. And the Mela, we also want the other things as well. And all the other 3 keys, the Gashmias, Bona Chayim, Mazayna Revicha. So the Eibishter will help from Tak and Chayelu, that special 12 days that we make Achlotas Tovas, Yom L'Chodesh, and Tak L'Kova de Rosh Hashanah, we go to the Tzina Kodesh, we go to the Rebbe. There's definitely all 3 keys are there at the same time, and there's not a contradiction between using 1 key and the other key. There's no shaila about that. This year, the Kinus HaShluchim, there was a Motzei Shabbos. They had they have something interesting things. So they had videos playing of a little Nakudas from Rabbi J.J. Hecht. Rabbi Yehuda Hecht was a Yid that was very close to the Rebbe. He was a Talmud. He was from the first Talmidim here in the United States of America that went on to Tam Chatmim. And so he said that after the Rebbe had the heart attack, he was once for Yechidus right afterwards, and there was one of the Balabatim in a shul who had his wife was very sick. So he asked the Balabos should give him the name of his wife, the name, mother's name. The Balabos said that he doesn't want to bother. The Rebbe just said, he doesn't want to take. He wants that he should ask the Rebbe should have a bracha. He shouldn't bother. So he thought that Rebbe would be amused with it. The Rebbe said, "It's the felt nicht bei der Rebbeinu Shalom." There could be a bracha for me and for his wife. Don't worry, there's plenty. So that was the Rebbe's attitude. So all three keys are there, and Bechlal this key, the master key, which is to give us a chayis and avodas Hashem. And so Mela, these 12 days, we should make sure we spend one day that we go to Tzir HaKodesh and Taka, that we make achlotas tovos for this year. And the Eibishter will Taka Geben, that we should have a chayis and avodas Hashem, and a chayis and anila doidi v'doidi li. And Mela, all the other things should come al makom yaveh b'sholem. And even though it's the last few days in Golus, and even though in the world that there's such a choshech kafel machupel, it doesn't matter. It could be that all the goyim and the whole world is a choshech, but by us there should be a chayes and there should be a lichtigkeit. And the ikir is taka, there should be the lichtigkeit of Bias Mashiach Tzedkenu, which is bezoich haksivach sevatoi v'shana tov v'msukah. Chaim v'chaim. I did it, I did it, I did it, I did it, I
yeah.